I'm forever always about to drop my fucking phone in the toilet bowl. Like, what the fuck? Girl, I'm almost finished. My eyes is coming out alright, but I'm trying to like...
As you can see, I love playing with these Snapchat filters.
Wow, that is way better. The hat gotta go though. Gotta go. Bitch, I don't even know where to start. Shit is fucking crazy. Like, what the fuck? Listen, before I get into this, I'm gonna need y'all to hit that subscribe button and hit my notification button to get notified every time I post a new video. So yeah. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my Listen, god. We just gonna name her Sally. Why I'm gonna name her Sally? Because we all know that during story time, we don't ever use real names for nothing. Like, so me and Sally, we go way back to like 5th grade or whatever, but we wasn't even cool in 5th grade. Like, I didn't even know who she was in 5th grade. I just knew of her and seen her around, and I just knew her name was Sally or whatever. And we actually started speaking in 6th grade when we got to junior high school because we was in the same junior high school, and I never thought that I would go to school with anybody from the same junior high school. So she was one of the first people that I ever spoke to, and we started speaking or whatever, and we got close ever since then. It was just really awkward. Like, our friendship was, mind you, me and this girl always had an awkward friendship because she really didn't speak about much. She always just used to go through mad shit, and, you know, she would just act out. Like, she would lash out and act out. And every time I would ask her what was wrong, she would always flip out on me like, oh, leave me alone. And we wouldn't speak for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, sometimes a month. And she would always come back with some excuse like, oh, I'm going through mad shit. You understand? That's why I'm treating you like that, because I push everybody away when I'm going through shit. And I used to just tell her, like, baby girl, like, you know, instead of pushing everybody away, like, you actually need people there, like, especially people like me. Like, I'm a really good friend. Like, I want to be here for you. I want to help you with your problems. You get what I'm saying? Like, I really did care about this girl, especially because she had no friends, and the only friend she did seem to have was some fucking boy who used to fucking exploit her for being lesbian. Like, but that's a story for a whole nother time. Well, she wasn't lesbian, but she was bisexual or whatever. And like, Sally, she liked the girls more. So, you know, later on, like, I think it was like a month later after she had that little incident with me, it was parent-teacher conference. And I met her mom and her dad. Now, her mom looked toe up to the flow up. Like, and I'm not even on here to talk shit. I'm not here to talk shit about nobody or to make anybody feel bad. Like, honestly, her mom, because her mom was using drugs, her mom looked like, I don't know if you ever seen a dope head before, but her mom was just like nodding off like the whole time. My mother was nodding off, and like, it was mad embarrassing. I knew what was going on. The teachers knew what was going on. And like, I just used to feel bad because her father was just so fucking embarrassed, and like, all the time I seen her father was just always embarrassed. Like, but let me tell you how I met the father. My father was always embarrassed to be around her or whatever, like the mom, be around the mom. And every time like I would bump into them, like, he would always have his head down. He would be like, oh, hi, how you doing, or whatever. Like, so anyways, let me tell you how I met her father. So boom, after parent-teacher conference or whatever, I just noticed that her parents was there or whatever, and like the mom was a crackhead or whatever, and like, I don't know, like, I just asked her, I went up to her, asked her after parent-teacher conference, I seen her leaving out the building, and I was like, what are you doing after this? Like, you want to come to my house or whatever? My mom is cooking, and she's like, yeah, well, I wouldn't mind, just let me ask my dad or whatever. And I'm just like, are those your parents? And she's like, yeah, Sally's like, yeah, those are my parents. And when like I got to like the front of the school building, I seen that her father like had on these shades or whatever. And when he took off his shades and he turned around from the side, because I could see he he had on shades from the side. He looked so fucking good. Oh my fucking God. Like, I had never seen a man so fucking gorgeous in my life. And like, he looked too young to even be her father. Like, he looked like he was 25. Oh. So, excuse me. He introduced himself to me or whatever. And I introduced myself. And we got to know each other a little bit. And like, you know, he was just like, oh, you know, stop by the house anytime. And the mom, actually, Sally's mom and him were not together. They just were very good at co-parenting. And every time there was like a doctor's appointment, a fucking parent-teacher conference, like, they would always show up together and, you know, do the right thing, I guess, for Sally or whatnot. And yeah, so I'm gonna try to see if I can sum this story up because I'm really tired and I really don't feel like recording right now. But bitch, I want you to hear the story. Like, yes, like. Anywho, one day I'm on Facebook or whatever, and I'm posting statuses, posting mad fucking statuses, talking mad fucking shit because I'm angry or whatever. That's what I used to do, is be a social media head, talking mad shit, popping mad shit. So he comments, Jeremy, her father. I'm gonna call him Jeremy because, you know, we don't say real names in my videos. Jeremy comments on one of my statuses and is like, oh, you shouldn't be talking like that on Facebook. You know, if you need somebody to talk to, why don't you come over? You know, and I'm just like, oh, okay. And me not thinking nothing of it. I'm thinking, you know, that Sally is going to be there or whatever. So I'm like, all right, I'll be over in 15 or 20 minutes. Let me just put on my clothes and walk over. Because, you know, they only lived like, you know, 15 minutes from me or whatever. Well, by bus, they lived 15 minutes away. And yeah. And you see, this is the thing. Like, me and Jeremy over the past couple of years, we grew a really strong bond because, like, although me and Sally wasn't... What the fuck is that? Anyway, although me and Sally wasn't really the closest of friends anymore, like, he really was there for me when I was going through mad shit at home with my stepfather, and just there for me in general, you know. And he will always talk to me and be like, you know, if you need somebody to talk to, you can always talk to me. You a cool dude. And you know, I don't got nothing against gay people. I love gay people. You know, I got gay people in my family. You know, don't ever think I will ever feel uncomfortable with you around. You always feel free to come over. And, you know, he just made me really comfortable all the time. So I really grown to care for this guy, you know. And I think that's where, I'm not gonna lie, I started to low-key catch feelings for him, because I saw him like this really weird, but I saw him more like Sally's older brother instead of her father, because actually he wasn't that much older than Sally. Like, not for nothing, him and Sally's mom, I think, had Sally when they were like 14, 15, like they were really young parents. So like, I felt like I was talking to like a big bro figure. You get what I'm saying? Like, they was an older, like, you know, like they was the older brother, older sister type of thing. Well, anyway, Sally's mother eventually wasn't in the picture. She got sick and was always in the hospital. So, you know, it was always just me and Sally's pops or whatever. And Jeremy, you know, I would always go over. He would go over. He would always cook for me. And they was Cuban. So, you know, that, you know, he always made some bomb-ass ropa vieja. And ropa vieja is like flank steak, for those who don't know. Oh, my God, I love Cuban food. He even was telling me, like, oh, my God, like, yo, you gotta come with me to Miami to meet the rest of the family. They will love you. That's where all the Cubans is at, all the bomb-ass Cuban food. Like, and I'm just like, yo, like, I cannot wait to save some money so I can go with him on this trip or whatever. Because, like, I always wanted to go to Miami. But, anywho, I'm getting off the topic. So, I'm getting dressed or whatever. And, you know, like I said before, he told me to come over. And I get dressed, and like he's blowing up my phone, and like I'm in the shower, so I'm thinking like, what the fuck, like what's going on? Like I'm thinking something is going on, and I pick up the phone, and he's just like, you coming over? Like, you still coming over, right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm coming over. Like, and I'm just thinking in my head, like, why is he so thirsty for me to come over? Like, and I already told him I was coming over. Like, I hate when people call my phone, but I didn't mind. So yeah, while I'm on the phone with him, he's like, "Oh yeah, before you hang up, what are you wearing or whatever?" And I'm like, sweatpants and some Jordans. Like, and I'm thinking, why is he asking? Now he's asking me what I'm wearing. So now I'm just like, all right, it's starting to be a little weird. But you know, I like him, so I didn't really care. But you know, I didn't really think that anything would happen between me and him because like, I had so much respect for this dude, and I seen him like an older brother figure. So like, and he was my friend's dad. So I would never think in a million years that we would end up hooking up. But anyways, he was just like, you know, put on something nice, we gonna go out or whatever. And I'm like, all right. So tell me why we end up in BBQs. He takes me to BBQs and he told me I can get anything on the menu. Mind you, I did not want to take this dude's money. Like, I really respect this guy. Like, and I just didn't want it to seem like I was using him for food. Like, but you know, he offered, but I don't really like to order the most expensive thing on the menu when people take me out. So I just got like, I think it was cornbread, chicken, and like mashed potato. It was some shit I got off the menu. Oh, and Hennessy wings. He brought out the Hennessy wings. Oh my god. Anybody who goes to BBQ and loves BBQ know that the Hennessy wings is on the money. But anyway, like, we're eating or whatever, and like, he's telling me, like, we start to talk about like his daughter Sally. He's telling me like, you know, what I was posting my statuses about on Facebook. He was starting to asking me questions about why I was posting so many statuses and why I was so angry, and I started to vent to him and tell him everything that was going on and why I was so bothered. And then when he decided to, you know, I asked him how he was doing and stuff like that, he just broke down and cried, like, in front of everyone. And we're at BBQ, bro. I don't know how to act in public once I see someone crying around me in public, like crying, bawling, like like dead ass. This nigga was dead crying, bro. Like, and I'm not making fun of him, but he was dead crying, and I just didn't know what to do. Like, I just gave him a side hug. Like, what's the matter? Like, you okay? You want to go to the bathroom? Like, you know, it's a lot of people here. I don't want nobody in your face. And he's just like, yo, I just don't know what to do anymore. Sally's just driving me crazy. I don't know what to do. I don't understand what's wrong. God, please help me. And I'm just telling him, yo, come on, let's just go to the bathroom. I don't want nobody in your face all up in our business. Like, I really hate when people are in my fucking business. Like, so we go to the bathroom. He throws some water on his face. I give him some tissue. He wipes his tears or whatever. And he's just like, yo, you know me. You know I don't ever cry. You know I don't ever crack. You know, big boys don't cry. Like, you know, I'm a hood nigga. Like, we don't cry. And I'm just like, every now and then, hood niggas cry. Like, you know, every now and then, there's just so much that a guy can take. Like, you know, you're still human. I don't know. Like, I just felt like right then and there, like, we were starting to click even stronger than what we already did, because he was starting to tell me some deep shit about Sally. And ironically, guess who fucking calls me? Sally. Right at that very fucking moment. My phone is ringing and it's Sally calling, and he looked at the phone and he seen who it was. He like, nah, she's bugging. Don't pick up that bitch phone call. And I'm just like, what? Like, what the fuck is going on, my nigga? Like, what? Like, so I'm looking at him like he crazy. Like, he took the phone from me and he was just like, he like dubbed the call. Like, he declined the call. And I'm just looking at him like, yo, what the fuck? Like, the fuck? Like, he's like, nah, like, you don't need to pick up her phone calls. Like, she don't even deserve anybody to pick up that bitch phone call. Fuck out of here. Like, she hasn't been home in 3 months. Like, mind you, and I told you I don't really fuck with her like that anymore at this point, but like, I'm still cool with the dad. And you know, deep down inside, like, you know, as a friend, I knew where she was. I knew where she was for 3 months, but because I was her friend, I wasn't gonna rat her out to her father either, which I felt bad about, because me and her father got like this good. I grew a bond with Jeremy, Sally's dad. We grew a bond. So I kind of felt like I was fucked up for not telling him where she was. And she was with her baby father in New Jersey. And like, you know, he had no idea that his grandson is in custody with Child Protective Services, ACS, because she was an unfit mother, and he had no clue about that, and I kept that from him. So it was starting to bother me, because like, you know, she was just she was doing too much. It's not really her fault, but like she started wilding, and she was wilding before she even got with her baby father, to be honest, Sally. Like she was wilding before, way before, running away, all kinds of shit. But like now that she's with this guy, she really started doing the most. And like, you know, she used to leave her baby home for 3 days with nobody there. Like, but anyway, I just felt like I was fucked up for not telling him what was going on. Like, and I couldn't take it anymore, and I just spilled all the tea. I was just like, you know, your daughter's here, your grandson is here, he's with ACS, and bro, when I tell you, he walked out on me in the bathroom and left me, bro. He left me. He left BBQ, and well, I thought he left me, but he was actually waiting by his car. And I went to go see if his car was still in the parking lot. His car was still there. And he was just crying. And he was like, why you didn't just tell me everything beforehand? Like, why would you keep this from me? And I was like, this is why I'm telling you now. Because I didn't want to keep it from you. Like I knew where she was for 3 months. Like, but I was in a sticky situation because I could either tell you where she is and lose her as a friend, or like keep the secret and lose respect from you. Like, long story short, after I told him the scoop and everything that was going on or whatever with his daughter, I went home that night. He drove me halfway home. He drove me to the train station, I think Simpson Ave, like Simpson in the Bronx or whatever, and I got on the 5 train and I took the 5 train home. Because, you know, he kind of lived upstate overnight. Any fucking way. Girl, that same night, I hadn't even just stepped in the door and my notifications was just going off on fucking Instagram and Facebook. And like, he was poking me on Facebook, and like, you know, to me, like, when you poke somebody on Facebook, to me, I feel like that's flirting. Like, I'm sorry, because what the fuck is the poke button for? But he started poking me on Facebook, and I just took that like the wrong way. And I was just like, okay, like, maybe it's, I don't know. Excuse me, these allergies is fucking me up, like, big time. These allergies is fucking me up big time. So, anyway, let me finish telling you the story. So, he's in my inbox. Jeremy's in my inbox like, oh, like, you know, you're such a good person. I love who you are. I love everything about you. Like, we definitely got to spend more time together, just me and you. And I'm just, like, thinking in my head, like, I don't know why this sounds like this is going down a road that it's not supposed to be going down. So I tell him, like, you know what? I think that I need some time alone. I've been dealing with a lot of stuff on my own, and I think I just need to figure some things out before I hang out with anybody right now. And he's like, you know what? I understand. Take your time, and eventually we'll, you know, get together. So, you know, as time goes by, I haven't spoken to him in like weeks, and finally, boom, he hits me up, and he's like, you feeling better? And I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling good. How you doing? He's like, I'm good. I just need somebody right now. I'm going through a lot. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to come over. I go over there, and girl, this is where it's about to get spicy. All right, so I go over to his house or whatever. I'm sorry, these allergies is fucking me up, ruining my makeup and all kinds of shit. But anyway, I go over to his house, and before I can, you know, ring his doorbell, I noticed that the door is cracked open, and like, you know, I push it open to see, like, you know, like what's going on, because I'm not too sure. Like, his door's never really open like that. And then I see him in the kitchen, because as soon as you come in the house, the kitchen is like right across from the front door, and like, but there's this wall. And I walked in the kitchen and see him to the side, and he's like, come in, close the door, lock the door behind you. And like, you know, we chilling or whatever. He gives me a beer. I'm drinking Corona, he's drinking Corona or whatever, and we're just talking about life, and he just starts crying to me about his daughter, Sally, again. And, you know, I'm just there to console him, hugging him and shit like that, and I feel really fucking bad. So we go to the living room or whatever, and he puts on a movie, and we start watching the movie, and I noticed that, you know, he starts crying again because this fucking movie reminds him of his daughter and how she was little and stuff like that. And I just feel bad for him. So I just, I just hug him or whatever. And like, he looks up at me and he's like, you're just amazing. Like, and I'm looking into his eyes and he's looking into my eyes. And he leans in for a kiss. He starts making out with me on the fucking couch. Let me tell you, this nigga just starts making out with me. And I just don't know what to do. Like, I'm shocked. Like, and I just start making out with him back. And I reach for his dick or whatever, and I see that he's hard. So I start to grab his bulge or whatever. I start to grab him. And, he pulls out on me. And he's like, you like what you see? And I'm like, honestly, I love what I see. And I go down on him and I start sucking his dick. Like, the fuck? So I start deep throwing his shit, going mad fucking crazy. I'm just wilding on his shit. Like, I'm just wilding on this nigga's dick. Like as if I didn't know, like, I don't know. Like, if I didn't know who I was anymore. Like, I just lost myself into this man. And while I was giving him oral sex, I realized, like, oh my God, this is my friend's dad. What the fuck am I doing? Like, what the fuck is he doing? Is he taking advantage of me? Like, but as soon as I came up from his head, like, from giving him head or whatever, I started to look at him in his face, and I just didn't give a fuck anymore. And we just started making out, and like, we went into the bedroom, and we took off all our clothes. We started, laying on the bed. We made out on the bed, and he pulled off my underwears, and I had on Hanes, and he pulled off my boxer briefs. And that's when he was like, you done this before? And I'm like, no, I haven't done this before. So, like, long story short, I ended up losing my virginity to my friend's dad, and I never told nobody this story until now. And after we did what we did, I go back down on him, and like, he starts kissing me, and he's like, you like this Cuban dick? Like, and I just started laughing. I didn't even know what the fuck to say. Like, he was just like, you like this Cuban dick? And I'm just like, I didn't know how to answer that. Like, I just was mad quiet, and he just started to, like, do what he was doing or whatever. And then he starts eating me out after he fingered me. Like, he started to finger me, then he eats me out or whatever. And then, like, I'm just fucking shocked because, like, I can't believe, like, I'm having fun while I'm doing everything that I'm doing, but I could not believe that everything was going down the way that I was fucking going down. Like, this is not supposed to happen. This is my friend's dad. Like, so after, like, we both nutted or whatever, we come out the room, and like, I go straight into the bathroom, and I close the door, and I was in the bathroom for like 20 minutes, and I started crying in the bathroom because I could not believe that I just did what I just did with this guy. And I always had a crush on Jeremy, but like, it just wasn't right because this was my friend's dad, and I wouldn't want nobody to do nothing like that to my mom or to my father. You get what I mean? Like, but it happened, and I was stuck, and I did not know what else to think of it. Like, I just felt like, I don't know, like, I didn't know what to feel. And he knocked on the door, and he was just like, is everything okay? And I was just like, honestly, I really don't know. I don't know. And like, he came in the bathroom, and he gave me a hug, and he was like, I'm so sorry for everything that went down. Like, I didn't know what I got myself into. If you feeling upset because of what we did, I'm so sorry. This will never happen again. Please don't tell Sally. And I'm just like, honestly, it wasn't your fault. It was my fault too. Like, it was both of our faults. Like, I could have stopped you from kissing me when you leaned in, and I did not stop you. I continued to go on with it. So it's both of our faults. Like, we could just act like it never happened. So, that wasn't the case. And it actually started to happen very fucking often, to the point where, like, it was just normal anymore, and I just didn't feel no type of way about it. Eventually, 6 months into hooking up with Sally's dad, and Sally never being around, eventually, Jeremy calls me to come hook up with him one day. And like, we hooked up, and Sally, she still had the keys to that apartment. Sally walks in the apartment while me and him are fucking. Bro. I had to hide under his bed. I'm always hiding under somebody's fucking bed. I had to hide under his fucking bed and pretend like I wasn't there, and he had to pretend like he was sleeping. And she literally sits on his fucking bed, and they're having a conversation on the bed for like 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, and I'm sitting under the fucking bed, and I have allergies to the cat, and that's where the cat is. So I'm just trying to hold my sneezing because I'm about to sneeze, and if I sneeze, it's over. She's gonna look under the bed and knows that there's somebody under the bed, and she's gonna see it's me, and it's gonna be a whole big fucking problem. My nigga, I did not want that. So I had to put my arms in front of my nose, like, and bro, when I tell you, she walks out the room, and I sneeze mad fucking loud as soon as she walks out the room, and she comes in the room like, what was that sound? Back into the room, and he's just like, oh, I sneezed, no problem here. Like, he said it mad fucking nervous, and I'm just like, oh my fucking god, she's gonna find me under the bed. But thankfully she did not go under the fucking bed, and she left and went into the bathroom or whatever. So I had to put on my clothes mad fucking fast and rush out through the fucking fire escape, because he lives on the 3rd floor and they got a fucking fire escape. But the thing is about their fire escape, it leads to the back of the building or some shit like that once you get to the 2nd floor, and this thing around the building. And anyway, long story short, I just climbed out the window through the fire escape with my clothes and stuff like that, and I don't know, like, I was just over it. But honestly, that is an experience in my life that I will never forget. And you know, still to this day, me and Jeremy talk. We just don't talk as much as we used to, because now he's in a relationship with some girl, and it's like really awkward between me and him. But was I wrong? Tell me if you guys think like I was wrong in the situation. Like, I mean, I know we did what we did because it was a vulnerable time in his life, and I think that's why what happened, because he was vulnerable, and like I was giving him the love that he wasn't getting from nowhere else. So I felt like that's why we did what we did. I do feel like he's gay on the low. Like, I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. In the comments below, tell me what you would have did in my situation, in my shoes or whatever. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. This is the end of this video. Subscribe, hit them notifications, and I will be back with more videos. Bye. Devon Lee.